from plantluxxe. It's good to see you today. How are you? I'm doing great, and I thought today I would take you on a tour of my plants and do a little watering along the way. Wish you'll join us. Okay, so let's just get right into it. All right, so this is a new addition to my collection right here. Look at these pretty blooms. Aren't they so pretty? The only problem with that is that they're always dropping flowers on the ground, but I guess that's what you get. It's really pretty though. So this is my new angel wing begonia. I just have it here for now. It's kind of big, so I'm probably gonna have to propagate it. And I'm probably gonna put the propagations on for sale on my website, plantluxxe.com. If you guys haven't gone and signed up yet, make sure that you do. We're gonna have a pretty big launch, and you know, all the plants will be for sale. Basically everything I'm showing you here in my home, I've propagated and turned into, you know, a baby plant. So this guy right here, this is my golden pothos, and as you can see, it is doing pretty good where it is. I'm having a hard time turning it. So really the only complaint is that if it doesn't get enough sun, it does turn brown where it's supposed to be white. So there is a little bit of browning, but other than that, it's doing great. It keeps on kicking out all this new growth. I've propagated it several times. So I have a few large leaf propagations for sale on my website. So if you're interested in one of those, send me an email. First come, first serve. I haven't posted them on the website yet, but they will be on the website. So some big leaf propagation. So if you really want a big giant golden pothos, send me an email and let me know. All right, here is one of them. This is one of my newest ones that I've planted. Go edit that out. So this is a brand new one, but it's starting to go up the pole. This is my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, and as you can see, it has really grown so much that I need to fasten some of these on the pole. These are brand new shoots. Wow, it's crazy. And I keep cutting it, but it keeps growing, so now it's up to the ceiling, and I need to cut it again. It's just, it's a monster. This is all new growth. This is all new growth. Oh, it's huge. Anyway, this is all new growth. And this is an instant gratification plant. If you love fast growing plants and you love the look of these, I highly recommend you getting one. And yes, I will have them for sale on my website. I have several that are ready to go right now. So sign up if you want one. All right, this guy I propagated for the website also. This is a Hoya Crimson Queen. So I cut some of those legs off and propagated them. And so there's that. This is a Stramanthe Trio Star, still alive. I've killed like 4 of them in the past, but this one's lived for a couple years. It does have some crispy edges, but it's actually doing pretty well, I think. All right, over here, this is an aglaonema pink emerald, and the pink emerald is so pink. It's so pink. Look how pink that is. This is one of my favorite eggs. My daughter Taylor got this for me for my birthday, and I absolutely love it. It's so pretty. Again, aglaonema pink emerald. Beautiful. This right here is my string of hearts. Really pretty. I love it. It's so beautiful. It really is. I've propagated this a lot also. All right, behind me, this is a plant that I recently had to treat for spider mites. I've had it on my channel a couple of times, but this is a dracaena marginata, and it has grown some weird shoots, so I'm gonna have to put that on the pole. So I have the branch in the back on the pole here, so I'm probably gonna have to go ahead and, you know, I'm not really sure what happened to this. I think a cat got it. Anyway, over here, We have a Monstera addisonii wide form. It's really gotten so huge. I mean, I've propagated this a lot of times. Again, you know, for the plant shop. It's doing fabulously. I love it. All right, behind me is a pothos, a golden pothos that has reverted because it doesn't get enough sunlight over here. But it's doing really well. I keep trimming it back, you know, because it keeps on growing vines. But it's doing really well. And then this right here is a Brazil philodendron. It seems to really like it here. I used to have it over there, but I wanted to get that a little closer to the sunlight. I was trying to encourage my wide form to grow faster. This is a Brazil philodendron, one of my favorite plants. Okay, over here we have a syngonium. I believe this is, I think it's a white butterfly. It's not enough sun though. It's really cool, honestly. Some of these leaf markings are just absolutely interesting. Anyway, I propagated it a bunch, so we'll see how it turns out. I think it's a mix between a white butterfly and something else. What the heck is that? Okay. This is a marble queen pothos. Very pretty. Lots of white variegation on this plant. Love it. It's so beautiful. And then, of course, over here, this is my giant Monstera deliciosa. It's gotten so big. I actually have my stairs holding it up, and it's tied to my stairs. I gotta fix that. But it just keeps out pushing all this new growth out. And I trimmed it for the plant shop. Yeah, so see, this is a new shoot. So now I need to trim this again. Look at this aerial root. Even though this is a brand new shoot, the aerial root is like huge. It's crazy. Anyway, loving this. If you want to step back here just a few steps and kind of take it in. I've put these grow lights, and I think they really light the plants up and they make them look really cool. I got the grow lights off of Amazon, and thinking about selling them on my website, but I haven't gotten that far yet. All right, so over here, this is, if you remember, is from a previous plant tour, my giant red emerald philodendron. I love this plant, it's so cool. The only thing is that I notice people walk by it and it's so big that people run into it. So there are a few leaves from the dog whacking it with its tail, but otherwise the ones that are up above are just looking super beautiful. Really a gorgeous plant. I have also propagated this a bunch. Yeah, and it's a machine. This thing pushes out so much growth that I can't even, I look at it and there's always new growth on it. So even if you come and look closer, Dave, if you look at the pole that this thing is on, see all of these vines? They're like fighting for a space on the pole. And these are all relatively new vines too, that have just come up. Because you can tell because they're not fastened to the pole. They just kind of showed up there over the past year. This is a prolific grower. I think there's a few spiders that live in here, which is good because it keeps all the other bugs away from the plant. Plant care as we go through the tour. I'm always picking up these kinds of things anyway. Okay, over here we have this beautiful Monstera addisonii narrow form. This plant is fabulous. I can't say enough about it. Yes, I have propagated a bunch, of course, but it's doing the same thing as the mother plant over here, the red emerald philodendron, but this one, it's the same, you know, it's shooting out so much growth. I have to constantly do plant care maintenance. I should probably do a video on that because I'm propagating like once every 2 weeks just to keep these guys so that I can fit them in my house because they just get so big, not just growing upwards, but also growing out. And if you want to come in just a little closer. So same thing, if you look, I mean, the new growth of the way that it comes off of the pole is back in here, and then all these vines just like climb on top of each other. It's just really neat. Like this is a brand new one right here. And it's going up, and you can see the new growth here. Anyway, those are all over the plant. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Really satisfying to watch this thing grow. It's really cool. All right, let's go in here. I'll keep this plant tour relatively short. This is one of my favorite plants right here too. I say that about all my plants though, don't I? Look how beautiful these leaves are. This is in the growing season now, obviously. And look at how beautiful, it's quite large. I mean, it's taller than me actually, but angel wing begonia is just so pretty. I don't have any blooms on it. I don't give it enough sunlight in order to get blooms, at least not yet. If I moved it possibly in the south facing window, I might, but I don't know. I really like it here. So I'm okay with no flowers because less stuff I have to pick up off my floor anyway, right? But no, I just love the spotting on these things. It's so pretty, so different from my other angel wing begonia. I don't know the Latin for that one, but isn't it so pretty? There's so much new growth. I don't know. I just love it. I think it's so pretty. Oh. Okay, so here is where my my nursery is. This is my greenhouse over here. You know, for now, it's just loaded with plants. You want to come over here and just kind of take it all in? Just walk in there real quick. And yeah. So guys, the plants, there's a lot. I'll tell you what they are in a moment, but that's really what's going on right now. This is very jungly for, you know, propagations for the plant shop, and just doing my best to, you know, grow them in my home until we get a greenhouse. And if I could peek over, if you could record, I'll peek over there. Stay there, yeah. Okay. So we just potted up this, here we are, this beautiful Thai constellation, just a beauty. I am so fortunate. I feel very fortunate to have this gorgeous plant. It's just one of my favorites. You know, I have a stake in here, and it's really happy now that I've put it in this larger pot, and it has some room to grow. I probably, let's see here, probably will have another baby coming out of this mama leaf here, and just shortly I can see it starting to sprout. So we have another leaf coming out from this one right here. Gorgeous, just absolutely beautiful. I can't say enough about it. It's so pretty, I love it. Okay, so here is one of my propagations. This is one of my golden pothos propagations. And you see how beautiful these leaves are, just absolutely gorgeous. This is from that giant one I showed you earlier. And it's also shooting out extra growth. This is a brand new branch that I have to put on the pole. Branch, stem, you catch my drift. But there's adventitious growth happening already ever since I potted it. Check this out. This is a growth point. There's another one. There's two I just saw. Another one there. Really pretty, so cool. Anyway, I really think it's a nice looking plant. So if you're interested in something like this that's larger, shipping would be more. Again, email me. If there's anything that you see that you really like, just send me an email, you know, and let me know what you're interested in. There's this one here is another propagation off of my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. Again, name your price. Here are a bunch of propagations that are for the shop. You know, I've got some Scindapsus pictus exotica, Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. Even these little ones are super cute. I mean, look at that one right there. It's closer to you. Look at how pretty that is. It's so big already. They grow so incredibly fast. It's amazing. I'm also selling some of these angel wing begonias from my mother plant. Beautiful, beautiful coloring. And let's see, you know, some of these variegated string of hearts, just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I also have the regular string of hearts and, oopsie. Oh, well, I'll have to get that in a second. This one. Oh, well. These are the string of turtles here. And Schinapsis pictus exotica, philodendron cordatum, and we have Hoya crimson princess over here and a Hoya crimson queen. Beautiful coloration on that queen, gorgeous. I'll also have watermelon peperomia from my mother plant. Here's my mother plant right here, really pretty. And obviously these are my Monstera addisonii. Lots of propagations happening over here. Look how big this leaf is. Oh my goodness, just huge. One of my larger wide form Monstera addisonii. And you know, I have those in propagation, smaller ones too. Maranta, Leucanara cruciviana is back here. Obviously, those will be on my site as well. Behind me, I have this very beautiful propagation from, ooh, shoot. That's fresh. This is from, obviously, my philodendron red emerald. It's a beautiful plant. Very big leaves, if you look at the size of my head, like versus the leaf, very beautiful. This is obviously for sale as well. Send me an email. Anything you see here. I need to downsize because, as you can see, my propagations are taking over. What else? I have string of hearts back here. Just absolutely beautiful, long and tangly. This is one of the prettiest snake plants I think I've ever seen. Just absolutely beautiful. It's like inside out. It's really cool. And I'm really loving my fig bark, this really coarse textured charcoal, activated charcoal and coarse perlite mix. I just think it adds so much flair to the plant. It's very beautiful. Here is my gorgeous Song of India. Absolutely happy. It is in the south facing window. It's been in rehab because I had it in a corner and it wasn't getting enough sunlight. It's loving life over here. It loves it here and it's doing really fabulously. All right, behind me, this is my Ficus elastica rubber tree. I have also propagated this as well, and its leaves are quite large. So if you like rubber trees, let me know. I know they're pretty common, but this one has some giant leaves. So the propagations that I took also have these very beautiful giant leaves as well. Beautiful. All right, and then obviously Schinapsis pictus exotica. This is one of my mother plants. Very, very beautiful. I'm gonna come over your way. Here's another Schinapsis pictus exotica. Just absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Love these plants, I really, really do. There's some propagations hanging out here from my golden pothos. And I know the water is green, but I change it frequently, I promise you. Now, this is really, really cool, and I need to bring this in the sunlight so that you can see it. Let me show you. So it's trying to push out some growth. Look at these growth points here. Growth, growth. But look how healthy these leaves are. Beautiful, just simply beautiful. Here's some of the propagations from my Monstera deliciosa. And I am trying to, there are some very large leaves. I'm trying to, get rid of all of my Monstera deliciosa propagations. So if you want one, send me an email. I haven't put these on the website yet. I know I can ship them pretty easily, but I have so many of them, like probably 30, okay, maybe 40. I don't know, but there's a lot. So here's just some of them that are ones that I really want to get rid of. And we have our philodendron neon. Beautiful. Always got to pick off these dead leaves when I see them. Okay. Okay, so if you come over here, now this is, I know I've talked about it on my channel before, but this is a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. It is very cool to compare this tetrasperma to this one here that is a prolific grower. This one's also a prolific grower. They're both Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. But the texture of leaves on this guy, it is different, okay? They're darker and thicker. These ones are a little bit thinner, and the pattern, the markings on them, if you want to come closer. So these ones are, if you look in comparison, the leaves look a little bit different compared to this one. It's kind of neat. So if this isn't a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, if you could tell me what it is, I mean, that's what I bought it as, that's what it was advertised as, but it is different looking. So I was under the impression that this was a tissue culture one, this one right here, and this one was not a tissue culture one. I got this one from China, I believe, somewhere in China. So anyway, this is a prolific grower as well, beautiful. It's funny because, hold on. It's really funny because this is the mother plant. Look how tiny it is. This is the mother plant of that. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane? That's crazy to me. So yes, this is the mother plant of this. I just can't even get over it. I have 2 more of these also that are the same size. Yeah, mom's tiny, kids are huge. All right. This is a Hoya linearis. Ooh, I need to water this bad boy like right now. Holy moly. Yeah, big time. So Hoya linearis, it's kind of neat. You know, my philodendron Birkin, which is really pretty. I just got this new leaf here. It's bizarro. Look at the variegation on that. It's so weird. Yeah, I thought it was rock, but it's not. It's pink variegation, pinkish brownish colored. This is a Paulownia repens, Paulownia repens. I think I'm saying that right. Beautiful leaves. I mean, this plant is just unreal. I have propagated this so many times. My daughter Taylor has stolen propagations from me with this plant. I come over and it's a little shorter. No, but these are so pretty. Love them. Absolutely love them. Easy plant. Easy plant. Snake plant up here. Now this is a plant that is probably about a year old or so. My Hoya obovata. I love this plant. It's so cool. It has so many neat, awesome leaves. Very thick, hardy. Love it. I potted it in this terracotta because it had outgrown its pot. So this guy has already gotten a new pot, and it's pushed out probably twice as much growth. So I highly recommend, if you know your Hoyas are root bound, get them in a bigger pot. This is my baby, my baby Hoya retusa. It's so cute. Love this pot. It's adorable. Love it. Love it. All right. Here is another propagation. If you are interested, send me an email. This is a wide form Monstera Edisonii. Very healthy, hardy plant. I think this plant is about a year old. It started from my mother plant, so this is a propagation. And it's really starting to take off, so it's probably going to be at the top of this pole in the next 6 months or so, I would say. This here is a Hoya albo macrophylla. I think I'm saying that correctly. Really pretty. Taylor got this for me for Christmas. Taylor's my daughter, for those of you who are new to my channel. Taylor and I are both plant freaks. In a good way. In a good way. All right, this behind me here is a plant in much need of my attention because it has grown so much that I haven't had time to put it on the stake. So it has, yeah, shame, poor shame. Yeah, so I really need to pay some attention to this plant because it's gotten to the point of, it's absurd. I'm like stepping on these vines when I walk by it and I feel bad. So yes, it's gotta get this guy up on the stake so it's ready. I just have to do it. Would you guys like to see a video on that? Me doing that? I should probably do that. Yeah, so fun. These plants are fun because they grow so fast and it's hard to keep up with them. All right, let's go in the study. I think I got all the plants here. Yeah, I didn't talk about this one. This is my, one of my Hoya Hindu ropes, and it's sad. I can't seem to remember to water it. I know that's terrible, but it's not dead, so there's still hope. Oh, here is one of my propagations, my micans, philodendron. It's kind of large, I think, you know, because it started from just a little propagation. There's probably about 20, 25 shoots in there. But yeah, this is gonna be on the website. This is my only bigger one though. The other ones are all like, you know, pots that are like this size, 4-inch pots. This is my only 6-incher for this particular plant. Okay. All right, let's go. Yeah, so here is one of my micans, philodendrons. Super cute, love it. They grow very fast. Beautiful micans, velvety leaves. I love, 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 love. Okay, let's go and study. Okay, so this is where all the magic happens in here. It's a little messy. This is my plant office, I guess you could say. And as you can see, my Monstera propagations are taking over the room. And this is where I do, you know, some of my plant care in here. I just picked up this clearance plant. I felt very sad for it, so I took it and thought maybe I could rehab it. Another angel wing begonia, the cane variety. I think I got this, it's called a polka dot begonia maculata, I guess. Anyway, I got this at clearance at Lowe's. Normally I don't really like to shop at big box stores, but I was walking by it and I knew I didn't have one like this, so I picked it up. Anyway, I love it. Okay, so over here, we have another propagation from my Monstera my Monstera deliciosa. This is again a propagation that's growing out of control. Got to get rid of these. Love them, but they're just big. Again, red emerald aglaonema, very pretty. Love this plant. Honestly, it is just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, love it. Don't hardly ever have to water that either. I don't know, it's just so cool. There's so many different leaves on it. I just think it's really phenomenal. I love aglaonemas, they're so pretty. So this over here is a philodendron. I believe it is an imperial red. We just shot out this new baby leaf here. I don't know, it's very dark though. It reminds me of a black cardinal, but I know it's not. It's beautiful. I think I need to treat it. It feels sticky on the back. Yeah, I do. I don't know what I just touched, so I gotta be careful. And I have some propagations. Let me wash my hands. I'm paranoid now. Just in case. Okay, so I have some propagations from where was I, babe? Oh yeah, duh. Okay. From my red emerald philodendron. Yeah, red emerald philodendron. So I got lost a few there. It's okay. And they're probably ready to be potted up soon. Check out the growth, the root growth on this. You know, you can see the roots in here. Really, really cool. Very cool. So I'll have some of these obviously on my website. And the type of soil that I'm using, I'm making my own soil. So I have a video posted on that. I'll link it in the description below. This guy right here is one of my mother plants. This is a very large, and it's shooting out so much new growth. There's a lot of curly ones that haven't opened yet. But this is my pink syngonium. Very cool. I do have some variegated leaves on this pink syngonium, but yeah, I am very, very lucky. This plant has shot out some of those rare pink syngonium leaves, and it's very cool to watch grow. Love it. I have another pink syngonium I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, this is one of my mama plants, and she seems to like it in this window. Okay. All right, so here's my plant shelf of lots of plants. So let's start over here in the corner. This is one of my bigger Hoya Crimson Queens. Love this guy, very beautiful, looking super awesome. Look at this new growth. I mean, hello, right? That is so beautiful. That is just absolutely beautiful. I am loving it. And as you know, when you have a Hoya Crimson Queen, you sometimes have all white leaves come out, and they die because obviously anything that's all white isn't going to get enough chlorophyll, and it will eventually fall off. I don't know what's going on with this one. It's the tiniest leaves ever. But love it. It's beautiful. I am very happy with this plant. Over here, this is a very neglected, very poorly taken care of. I'm so sorry, plant. It looks like it's doing good, but this is a philodendron, Macaulay's finale, I think is what it's called. Beautiful. But I need to take better care of it. Admittedly, whatever. Okay, so this is one of my Hoya bilobatas. This guy actually gave me some peduncles this year, which I was really enjoying. They came out red and so much fun. Love the peduncles. Really love them. And yeah. So that's a Hoya bilobata. Here is a propagation that Taylor gave me a long time ago. It's a Hoya Hindu rope. Pretty. And we have can you just come closer? Hoya australis here. And a Hoya scindapsus, or Hoya, a Scindapsus pictus exotica. It's pretty. It likes it there. I just moved it there because it wasn't doing well where it was. And here is another variety. This is a Hoya bilobata. This gave me lots of peduncles this year. And yeah, it desperately needs watered, I think, right now because it's a little dry. Anyway, this is a different, I think it's a number 69, but it's a bilobata variety. It's very pretty. Love it. And down here, we have another Hoya Crimson Queen. This one's really doing well. Look at all this pretty growth. It is really phenomenal. God, I love this plant. And it surprisingly is the white leaves are not doing too bad. I mean, they're still there. And I have a couple of aglaonema here, the pink variety, and here as well. Okay, beautiful. And a neon pothos. Neon pothos. Very cool. And then on the bottom here, I have a Hoya. Man, I said Hoya so much, I keep saying it. This is one of my philodendron Birkins. It's getting kind of big, but you know, the variegation is not very white, but I still love it. I think it's pretty cool, and I like that. This is a propagation. Now, this is a story behind this one. This, I cut all the way down to like the base. There was no foliage on it, and I just kept watering it, and bam, they recover well. So just so you know, if you have a Monstera Addisonii like this one, and you know, you don't take care of it, just cut all the leaves off and let it grow. So it came back. All right, over here we have a whiskey that's in my way, you dumb baby. We have another aglaonema. I can't remember the name of this kind. I need to cut that leaf off. I'm too afraid to. As you can tell, I keep on doing a little bit of plant care as I do my tour here because I I'm noticing a few dead leaves, which is completely normal. It's part of plant care. You got to get rid of those dead leaves. So this is another aglaonema striped variety. I think it's called a tiger or a jubilee. No, it's called a jubilee. Really pretty. Okay, over here we have our Hoya Crimson Princess. It is just giant, honestly. It is so big. I am like, whoa, I can't keep up with this plant. It's very hardy. It's so huge. Look at how big this plant is. It is so big. It's beautiful. I'm hoping for some peduncles this year. I just stuck it in this window, thinking, you know, maybe I'd get some. If not, that just tells me I need to fertilize it a little bit more. I haven't been fertilizing this one as much as my other plants. Why? I don't know. I think it's because I've just been sticking it in the shower and spraying it off, and then, you know, then I forgot to fertilize, but I'm going to do that. This is a neon pothos here. And this is one that I chopped all the foliage off of, if you want to come in a little closer. And look at all the growth. Look at all that. But yes, I chopped it all off. It was very long, and I propagated the whole thing. And those plants are for sale on the website as well. But yeah, I just had to start over with this plant. So I just propagated them from the plant shop. And this right here is one of my Scindapsus pictus. It's a very long one, as you can see, and I'm gonna need to pot this one up because I think it's so root bound that it's just starting to not do well in that pot anymore. So I'm gonna need to break that one up, and that'll be in a video soon. This is a Monstera borgonzana. It is not a deliciosa, and the way that you can tell are these are the kind that they are climbers, okay? But you know, you'll never get those big whole, you know, fenestrations. And the stems are generally a little thinner. But yeah, so this guy I would say is about 1.5 years or so old. When it came in the mail, I ordered it from somewhere. I can't remember where online, but it was small and it's quite large now. And I have propagated this as well. Down here we have an aglaonema. I am not positive of the type of egg. It's just, you know, but it's one of my eggs. It's very pretty to look at. And right behind me is my Rojo Congo. Yeah, so this has rust spots on it. And I do not want to cut all the leaves off. So I'm kind of have it away from my other Rojo Congo. But it is the original Rojo Congo. And I'm just continuing to treat the leaves and hope for the best. So, you know, I don't want to cut all of the leaves off. All right, that's a wrap over that corner. Over here, oh look, a peduncle. So this is a peduncle from my Hoya bilobata. That's pretty. So he's a big guy, and he's just hanging out back here. Bet you if I turn him, we see more peduncles. He's quite large. He's a very pretty plant. So this is a Hoya bilobata. Oh, I only see one peduncle. But he's so cute. Isn't he cute? Very pretty. All right. This is a Ficus elastica. I think it's a taniki is what he calls. Taniki. It's pretty. Has a little boo-boo on the leaf, but it's very pretty. I really like it. Pretty. It's very tiny, but I like it. Behind me, which you can see back here, I have a Ficus benjamina, variegata, and another Ficus benjamina. They like it in this window, so I leave them there. And this is one of my Scindapsus pictus propagations, just chilling back there. Okay. So guys, thank you for joining me today on my plant tour, and where I kind of toured around and show you some of the plants that I will have for sale on my website. I'm hoping that, you know, if you're interested, you send me an email and just give me a heads up and let me know. Like I said, you know, the launch will be here shortly. I will be advertising it ahead of time. I'm not sure of the date yet, but I do want to get some of these plants, you know, into your homes and clear up some of my plant clutter here so I have room to be in my house. So yeah, if you are interested in any of the larger propagations that I showed you, like the golden pothos or the Monstera deliciosa, like if you want a giant leaf like one of these or two,
you know, just please shoot me an email and let me know, you know, what you're interested in. And I will do my best to get back to you within a couple of days. Okay, so that's all for today. Hit that thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, I'm on TikTok at plantluxxe and IG at plantluxxe as well. And yeah, check out my website if you're interested in some plants. I also sell plant, you know, baskets and, you know, home decor-ish type stuff to, you know, plant style with. So yeah, check it out. Plantluxxe.com. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.